Hey guys, how you doing? This is Jay over at Slow Ride. Welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd give you a little update on my Jaguar. I finally got a chance to put a little time into in between some other projects. Finally rained here a few days. I'm in Delaware and it was like 7 days of over 90 degrees. Been terrible. I don't even have grass left. I have hay and weeds. But on that note, let's get back into the Jaguar. So it's a nice kit. It's a little tedious, but it's a nice kit. Yeah. So that's what I've done so far. Put the steering in. Got the engine. I did the spark plug wires. I figured I'd put a little more detail into it. But I guess if I ever entered it in a show of box stock, it wouldn't be allowed in box stock anymore. I got the shocks there. Boots painted red. The tie rod, the ends are gold. I'm just going by what the directions are saying. So I'm trying to do it by the directions. As usual, the Revell directions are great. Very detailed directions. So there you go. They wanted the exhaust manifold to be black. I figured it would blend in with the block, so that I did a little different just to make it stand out a little more. So the front suspension, it does steer. They're a little tight. I don't want to break the tie rod, but it does steer. I got the exhaust system in. The rear suspension, dust on it. And that's the color. It's a dark Jaguar green. And the interior is like a bit, wanted it a little lighter than that tan, but it'll do. It's not terrible. So I got that, and I put a little wax, floor wax on the seats, so they're a little shinier than the rest. I'll do the rest shiny. You got insert there that goes in there, which I still have to decal it, and the console, the dashboard I gotta do. So they came out good. So I'll do the rest. I'll leave the carpet. Probably I may change the shade of the carpet a little bit with maybe some craft paint, or just leave it dull. And then when I do the door panels and everything else shiny, like the seats, then you'll see the contrast to that. So that's pretty good. So I was looking at the box here, and you see it says level 5. But the directions say level 3. So I think it's probably in between a 3 and a 5, this model. To me, anyway. You know, the front framework, put that down. All the front framework, that's 2 pieces. Plus the frame, the main frame. So it's 3 pieces. Then you got the firewall that gets glued in. So it's a little tedious. But they give you a lot of decals, a lot of detailed decals. Some of them are so small you can't even see them. I did put the alternator decal on. See if you see that. Make it look like the fins of the alternator. That's a decal. They got a decal for the oil cap. And there's a lot of other decals I still have yet to put on. You kind of do the decals as you're building it, because some of them you can't get to once it's built. So that's that. I got a few other projects going. I did pick up, actually my son picked up for me another addition to my junkyard jewels. Got this. It's the remake of it, the repop of it. Not worth anything, but doesn't matter. It was already built, but he picked it up at a yard sale. Show it to you. I started stripping it. It was already built and glued together. And let me tell you, heavily glued. The body is heavily glued to the chassis. I'm probably going to have to cut that with a knife or a blade on a Dremel or something to get the rest of it apart. But he left it white. I pulled the grills off, the bumpers off. What was neat about it is the wheels are cool. The deep dish reversed. They're all wide all the way around. You got the backs and the fronts. I'll probably use these for another model. And I'll just put some maybe torque thrusters on this. I'm going to build it like just like an unmarked cop car. It's just going to be a plain Jane. No lights on the roof or nothing. So, like I said, another one of my junkyard jewels. We'll just add it to the collection and get to it when we get to it. But the axles are very thick, though. Thick axles. But I really like those wheels. Deep dish front and back. All right. So that's that. And I got nothing else worth showing right now. Other than the Jag. And that's it. Hope you guys are staying cool, and we'll be talking to you. Bye.